Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. It's been a troubling night shift, a long one at the hospital. Very tired today, but we're going to go for it. We're going to do it. We're going to keep that one video a day momentum like we said we would. So why you will never retire without crypto, now think about it. Now, this is something you should have to think about. Just before I get into the video as well, I just want to say a massive thank you to the amount of subscribers that have happened, particularly in the last 7 days. Obviously, I appreciate every single one who subscribed prior to that, everyone who subscribed to the channel in general. But there's been a big surge, and I'm very, very grateful to that. We set the target of hitting 2,000 subscribers by Christmas Day, and we're getting very, very close to that now. So let me know in the comments what you think the new target should be by Christmas Day. And also with regards to the Christmas Day live stream that I said that I would do yesterday, plans are afoot. We'll definitely do that. And I can't give you an idea on length of the live stream because it's down to what you guys want to do. But if it takes 5 hours, it takes five. Whatever length of time that you need, we'll go for. So anyway, into the video. I just wanted to make that point. So now a lot of people have the dream of retiring early. Retirement is a goal, no matter what age you are, or at the very least, self-sufficiency without a 9 to 5, without a boss, without selling your hours of life for very little reward. Now, obviously, some vocational work might not make you feel this way, because I know, if you're stuck in maybe an office cubicle and you're not enjoying life, then that can be a problem, I think. I actually, enjoy my job. It does mean a lot to me to help people. So I would consider that lucky in a way that I'm an empathetic person. So it does kind of resonate with me, the work that I do. So I'm happy with that. But there are a lot of people who are in jobs that they're not happy about, right? This is for many reasons. Some might want to be able to spend more time with people they love and care about. And others might have a dream to travel the world. Others might have a dream to start their own business. I'm sure there's many people out there who want to do that, but whatever the reason you have, it normally stems from either time or money. More specifically, the lack of, if that makes sense. So lack of time, lack of money. Most excuses, and I use the term excuses not to like shit on people, but most of the time it's like I don't have enough time or I don't have enough money to do the aspects of life that they want to try and achieve or want to try and do. So it is an issue. And if you had an abundance of time and an abundance of money, I'm sure that many, many people would go and do things that would probably revolutionize the world. I believe that's in potentially everyone. We're often told that from a young age to do well, you've got to do well at school, then go to university, get a good job, then you can buy a house. And after you've done this for 50 years, your house will be paid off. And then you're allowed to relax and you get a terrible pension that we pay you monthly. So you can struggle through your later years unless you are extremely lucky. Does this sound familiar? Now, what I'm going to show you here is a UK example, because I don't understand fully the pension aspects from around the world. I don't understand fully, the average, wage across the world and stuff like that. So it's more UK based this, but I'm sure it's applicable to every other country too. It's just the amounts might be slightly different, So state pension per week in the UK is currently £203.85. Now, in certain countries, that might sound like a lot. In others, it might sound like a really small amount. So that's around £883.35 per month. I mean, that's not great. That's not great. I think you can all agree. If we look at the average salary in the UK, it states that the average salary in the UK is £34,963 British pounds per year. Well, that's significantly more than I'm on. So I'm not sure. I don't know many people on that. So I'm not sure how average that is, but it's the figure. So we'll go with it. That's around about £2,316 per month after kind of UK taxes and national insurance and things. Now let's look at the house prices. So if we look at this, average house price in the UK from June 2023 is £288,000. Specifically England. So England's where I am. It says it's 306,000. Like, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money, right? I think you'll agree with that. So if we base that on a 25-year mortgage, which is kind of like a normal kind of mortgage rate without adding any interest at all, that's $960 a month without adding any interest at all, which because it fluctuates, it varies. But so I'm just going to base this on just interest free, which doesn't exist, right? So that leaves you with £1,356 a month. That sounds okay, right? No, it isn't. Think of this. So council tax. I don't know how this works in the world. Like in England, we have council tax, or in Britain. Electric, you got your bill for that. You got your gas, your petrol if you're commuting to or from work, or going out on day trips, whatever you do with your vehicles. You've got childcare. Potentially, you might not have children, but if you do, you've got childcare. You've got food. You've got water. All billed, obviously. And then general additions like a TV subscription. You might have your Netflix, Amazon Prime, Sky, cable in America, internet. You pay for that. You pay for your phone bill. You pay for your mobile phone bill. Plus any additional debts. You might have a credit card. You might have a loan. You might have X amount of different debts. So that goes really fast, right? So soon you'll be down to zero pretty quick. So how do you save? Like, can you save a little nest egg? Well, no, not really on that. And how do you invest? You're going to struggle, right? That's terrible. That's terrible. So you can do it in stocks, but we looked at that in previous videos, and it takes longer and longer to do this. And you don't get the X gains that you can get in crypto. Now, I know there'll be outlying ones. There'll probably be a few stock people that come into the comments and go, well, I had this stock and did this, and that's absolutely fine. But generally, stocks are built over a long period of time. And I actually quite like the idea of dividend stocks, but then again, you've got to pick the right one, and it can be a murky market. It's something I want to look into, though, in the future, but it seems that, the lifespan of trying to build wealth with stocks is 20 years. It's built over a period at least. You can do it in property as well, but it's a very high bar to entry to get involved. So I see a lot of people saying, oh, you can flip a couple of properties, but you need to have capital to do that, from the start, right? And then I know in this country, there's people talking about rent-to-rent properties and these different things like that. And people say you can do it from zero. And people, it's very much the exception to the rule. It's difficult. I believe that that's a very difficult way in. I think the bar to entry is high, and it definitely favors people who have a significant amount of money to be able to use to go in and invest in properties and do that kind of thing. And I know there are other ways to do that, but I would imagine that that's very difficult for the vast majority of people watching this video, and certainly it would be very difficult for me without any shadow of a doubt. But obviously, again, in the future, it might be a good thing. Property might be something that would be worth looking into, 100%. And I'm sure there are side hustles that'll help also. So I know there's probably, I don't know, thousands of YouTube channels probably that are making a lot of significant income. I know, like Mr. Beast and things like that. That's ludicrous levels of income. He could retire now. Could have retired probably a couple of years ago. But then, who can be Mr. Beast, right? It's one person. No one else is going to go and be Mr. Beast. Not necessarily in the next few years. So again, there's an issue there, right? But if you want to tick the boxes for fast and large returns, then all arrows do point to crypto, because you can do in a 4-year cycle what many people can't do, in 30, 40 years. And I think that's kind of important. So it's faster, which is great at any age, young or old, and they're larger X's, which is what you want, because you want to be able to go, right, you don't have to put in as much, because in stocks, to buy Apple stock now, you're talking like £200 a stock, but whatever, to get a significant return on that, it's going to take years, right? The harsh reality of crypto is that for us to win, people also have to lose. But I think that's also the same in stocks, realistically, but more so in crypto. You might even know the people who are going to lose. You might work with them. They might be your friends. The ones who go, "Oh, he's talking about crypto again." They roll their eyes when you even bring the subject of crypto up. And I'm sure we've all been there before. We must have done. Like, I certainly have. I tell you, this is the truth as well. I'll tell you the truth, right? So, one member of my family knows that I have a crypto YouTube channel, and none of my friends know that I have a crypto YouTube channel, bar maybe like 2 or 3. No, actually, I think it's closer to 5, but but they're not subscribers. We don't generally talk about crypto, and so I know where everyone is. Like a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't talk to anyone about crypto, and it becomes frustrating because there's so many things you want to say, and you see people like going down these routes, and I'm, like I said before, I'm very empathetic. I'm thinking, well, maybe have you seen this? Have you looked into that? But what will happen is the vast majority of people that will come into the market in 2025 when Bitcoin's maybe 100, 120,000 a coin, and go, oh, you said about the Bitcoin thing. What should I buy? And it's like, I'll be like, well, nothing right now. It's too late. But that's what will tend to happen. I hate that. I think it's sad. It's sad, but it is a reality. My way of doing things, and I know some of you already know this, but for the benefit of everyone, I like the idea of DCAing in. I've been doing that for a while, and a long time now, and I fully believe that this is a superb way of adding or even starting your crypto bags. I tend to like to start with a bit more of a lump sum and then DCA after that. And by lump sum, I'm not talking huge amounts. I'm just talking about more than what I would probably DCA into. But that's the strategy that I go down. Pick your coins that you have conviction in and believe in. I think that's really important. If you believe in a coin, you're more likely to sort of analyze more and research more about that particular coin. Mix a few safer plays that have been through a bull run before and combine them with a few riskier, high potential plays that haven't been through a bull run. And I kind of like that mix because some of the ones that have been through a bull run before, you might not get a tremendous amount of X's, but they're safer. And then the ones that haven't gone through a bull run before, you're probably going to get larger X's, but they are slightly riskier. So that's always something to bear in mind. But I think it's a good idea to have a little bit of a balance. Get the exit strategy nailed down. This is key, and I've said this before, and there's multiple videos on the channel that you can go and check that out on. I've done one for Trias, done one for Quant, done one for HBAR, done one for Gala. There are ones you can go and have a look at, and I'd encourage you to go back and look at them if you wish to. If not, as we get closer to the bull run, I will do obviously more exit strategies that I would be personally taking my profits at. Be in a place that you can have crypto discussions in. Now, I think this is really key because it gives you an opportunity to talk about things that you wouldn't ordinarily talk about with your friends, your colleagues, your family, and things like that. So, obviously, like I've said before, I've got a Patreon it'll be in the description. When you sign up to that, it'll link you to a Discord where you are more than welcome to talk about anything at all, but also primarily crypto. We do have a member in there who's a little bit all on his own at the minute, so I feel quite bad for him. So if anyone would like to sign up to that, I would greatly appreciate it. Join the club. I really want to. I've got a vision to try and create a really, really sound community where we can all get a lot more discussions together because I think it's important. But it doesn't have to be that one. There's no hard sell here. If you have other YouTubers that you like, other crypto discussion forums that you like, then feel free to sign to any one of them, any one that you feel comfortable with, because it's not just about joining our Discord. You can join any Discord you want, as long as you're able to have these discussions about crypto, and it makes you feel as though you're on that path and you've got ways to talk about it. There's no echo chambers. There shouldn't be one. It should be open and frank discussions about the things that we hold. You guys might teach me a few things, and hopefully I'll be able to help you guys along the way as well. I want it to be a community, not a dictatorship. But again, that's just one option. I'm always interested in your dreams and goals, and I've said this many times before. For after the bull run, your targets, your dreams, and what your visions and aspirations are. So let me know what they are in the comments below, because I really, really would be interested to find out how you're doing now, and then what your goal is, and then when you achieve it, it'll be brilliant, and I can't wait to see it. So other than that, thank you again, obviously, to all the subscribers. I really do appreciate that. It's been a phenomenal uptake recently, and to all the people who did go into the free side of the Patreon, I think there's 20 now. I'm very grateful to you guys too. Anything you want to ask me, just pop a question into the messages. Always comment below if you've got anything you want to discuss, anything you want to talk about. I always do try and reply to every single comment. I've managed to, I think, achieve that. And I'll do that for as long as humanly possible. So thank you very much. If you did like this video, please smash the like button. I really do appreciate when you guys do that. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you are doing, have an amazing day. Have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy and goodbye.